It's so easy, y'all, to allow some unfavorable things that we experience in life to cause us to act in a not so positive way. So we got to be careful. Be sure that we're not allowing anything negative to creep in on us and devour us to the point where we decide we want to give that same energy back to those who bring it to us. Motivation on the go with Shay on today. I hope you guys are doing well on this marvelous day. I hope your day is going well thus far as we are doing what we have to do. All right. Most of us are working or, just doing whatever it is we have to do, honey. It takes a lot to keep our little um, lives in order. Okay. It takes more than just, working. It takes a lot. And for some of us, working is a 24-hour thing. One job you may literally punch in and out on, but other jobs you never punch out. You only punched in. Okay. So, yeah, I hope you guys' this day is going well thus far, though, nonetheless. As we get into a little bit of motivation on the go with myself, very briefly, y'all, because it's straightforward and to the point as usual. But I just wanted to share a little motivation on today, y'all. Yeah, it is so easy, y'all, when people wrong us, treat us bad, embarrass us, humiliate us, do all types of things to us. It's our sinful inclination is to kind of respond back the same way in which people respond to us, y'all. But when that firefighter shows up to put that fire out, to douse out those flames, he doesn't show up and spit more fire onto the fire to kill the fire. Okay? Y'all, let's make sure that we aren't fighting negativity with negativity because no one wins in the end. All right. It's only going to cause a bigger combustion, which is going to cause even further damage. All right, y'all. Again, I know it's easy. I know it's easy, y'all, to want to be so negative when people, do things to us. And again, it's understandable. It's actually, it's just a simple inclination. It does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of prayers, if you ask me, to choose to not go that route. Remember what God tells us when he says that vengeance is for him. We got to let God douse out those fires. All right. Um, Sometimes we feel like, oh, well, God hadn't done anything about it. Y'all, that's the wrong mentality to have. And sometimes you just need to hear a strong testimony from someone else to tell you, hey, yes, God is going to come through. God is going to come through and he is going to not leave one stone unturned, honey. He's going to come in and do exactly what needs to be done in any situation in your life. Situations vary. All right. You can have the same types, circumstance can be similar, but God has a way of working things out exactly how they need to be done, y'all. This is a reminder because as the days get more wicked and more cruel, you're going to have people doing more wicked and cruel things to you. And it's all to play on our emotions so that we stay so beat up, or should I say beat down, that we even forget to turn to God. Even if we are in a situation where we have solidified our relationship with God, y'all, don't think for one moment that you cannot falter. Even the scriptures tells us that even some of the day, if the days weren't cut short, even some of the chosen people wouldn't make it. That's just how bad things is going to get, honey. That's just how bad things are now. In other words, never think that you're too close to God, that you cannot be touched. That is not true, y'all. Because the truth of the matter is, life has a way of beating us up. You can easily grow weak. Something can happen that can literally make you all of a sudden not be strong spiritually. So we just want to make sure that we're taking, the opportunity each day to solidify our relationship with God through prayer, through meditation, through trying to live our life as righteous as possible. All right. That way, when Satan does surface, and the way he surfaces is through others, y'all. A lot of us don't believe what people are talking about because you're looking for a red man with some horns on his head and a pitchfork. But sometimes that devil is in the person standing next to you. Sometimes that devil is in the person pretending to be nice to you. I'm telling y'all, that's why we have to make sure we are seeking God as a refuge and relying fully on God. All right. Yes, of course, we need to stay prayed up, y'all, but I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but just prayers alone is not going to help you sustain your place in this race, in this race to the finish line. And in this case, the finish line, I'd say, is getting to where we attain the true life, because we're just passing through right now, y'all. All right. What's really to come is what lies ahead, which is, again, is another scriptural thing. See, when we focus on what's going on right in front of us, y'all, believe it or not, that's a distraction. And that distraction, it is to keep us from making it to where we need to be. See, it's to keep our focus off of what's to come, so that we can literally, self-sabotage, y'all, if we're not careful, because we're focusing on what's going on around us and these distractions. If I were to tell you that some distractions are handpicked just for you, you know what? Nah, let me get Shay focused on this, because if Shay is busy worrying about this and this and this, she's going to miss out. She's going to miss out. I've already missed out because I've chosen sides. I've missed out. I want her to miss out. How can I get Shay? You see how strategic the enemy thinks? See, what the enemy uses on you, he may not turn around and use on me. I may be stronger in the area. See, if he knows I'm stronger in a certain area, honey, that's not how he's going to come in with the attack. No, the attacks have to come in and hit you where you're weak. See, that's why a lot of times our heart gets us in these peculiar situations. Baby, you were weak for that man or that woman. You were weak for whatever. And boy, Satan saw it. Whoop. Let me swoop on in, y'all. All right. Remember, he's very strategic. All right. And if you're waiting to see something, this like I said, this red man and this pitchfork, that's not how it is, y'all. All right. That devil is very strategic, and he's coming in sneakily. He's not just putting himself out there. All right. If that was the case, many of us wouldn't end up being in certain situations, because we'll see it full-fledged. But a devil's job is to move being undetected, unseen, because, of course, what breaks out once we can see what's going on around us. All right, y'all. Motivation to go with Shay. Don't allow whatever has been done to you to turn you, to darken your heart. Because I know it's things that could literally make you want to just blow a fuse. I get it. I've been there. I've been through some things, honey. So I get it. And there's things that'll make you want to, ooh, honey, ooh, oh my goodness. And it takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of talking to God. I'm talking a lot of talking. I mean, driving down the street talking, cooking in the kitchen talking, washing my behind talking. All right. Going to the mailbox talking, sitting in a carpool line to pick up my babies talking. Honey, it takes a lot of talking to God. A lot of talking to God, y'all, to remain steadfast. Listen, I just, y'all, don't be turned into, or should I say, don't allow what Satan tries to use to break you to turn you out. Remember, Satan bends you over. No Vaseline. There's no lubricant. And he thrusts himself. That's what he comes in to do. You understand me? He comes in to wreak havoc. He comes in to stir it up, honey. He comes in here to flip your behind. All the while killing, stealing, and destroying. It's a process. And this is also a message, all right? Motivation on the go with Shay on today. Always choose the higher route, y'all. I know, or the higher road, higher route. I know it's easier said than done. It truly is. But if you're praying to the right source, the one righteous, true source, it is possible. Okay, we handle situations different when we're entrusting God to help guide us. See, when people do hateful deeds towards us and we're not really, we don't have that, relationship with God, what's going to end up happening? You hate them back. They did all that hateful stuff to me. Oh, I hate you too. I get it. Oh, I get it. But as I mentioned before, discernment gives clarity. You won't hate anybody. I don't care how wicked their deeds were, how cruel they were, how sinister they were, how relentless they were. You still won't have it in you to hate them, because through discernment, you'll gain clarity. And we understand that we're spiritual beings. Some spirits are dark, some are not. And those dark spirits have a job to do. And when those demons are doing their thing, I mean, they're called demons for a reason, y'all. They are. Tap in, gain discernment, get you some clarity so you know how to properly deal with situations. And the way God shows us to deal with situations, you can still live your life abundantly while He handles things on the vengeance side. All right, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Got to get on up off of here. If you didn't get a chance to hit that like button coming in, do me a favor, hit it on your way out. And I know it's not going to be easy, y'all. I know some of y'all, if you knew my story in totality, oh, I know it's not easy. But I do promise you, if you inculcate God into your life, it is possible. He makes a way when we believe in our little simple minds that there is no way, y'all. All right. All right. Peace out. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.